Hello and welcome to another planning video. My name is Edrina. I am the owner and accountant here at Accounting by Edrina, and every month I walk you through my planning process where I combine kind of like all of my personal business, Google Calendar, Asana. I look at everything as a whole and try to write down the highlights for the month. So the first part of what I do here is write in kind of like some of the high level goals that I have for the month. So the first thing is in relation to movement. I always want to make sure that that's first on my mind. Every day I want to get some sort of movement in. So for this month, my goals are to swim once a week, to do yoga once a week, to walk 3 to 5 times in a week, and then strength train twice a week. So strength train to me really means like watching a YouTube video, doing some weights, and kind of like focusing on an area. So like core or arms or legs or something like that. Now during when I was filming, it's actually June 2nd, and it's about lunchtime, so I wasn't necessarily ready for lunch, but I did bring like a little snack plate, so I'm munching on that, and I'm actually going to take a break up here in a little bit to finish the rest of my snack plate so I can just really focus on my planning. All right, I am back from finishing up my little snack plate, and after I wrote in my movement goals, I also wrote in the videos that I want to focus on for this month for YouTube, and then just a few other things like personal items for myself. I don't think you can really tell on there, but just some high level things like I want to focus on having a hobby, I want to take myself out on a solo date, and I do want to spend some time in education and research. So I did sign up for a couple of webinars this month that I can kind of do continuing education. I always think it's important to just keep learning. So that's kind of what's on the left hand side. And right now I'm just looking at the days that I'm not planning to work a full day. So I crossed off a few of the Fridays that I have plans on some of those days, and then Juneteenth. So every year I've been trying to take all of the federal holidays off, although it might not be I might not take the full day off, but I'll have shortened schedule. But we're gonna try and head somewhere, for that weekend, just as a mini getaway, maybe one night, or maybe just a day trip or something like that. So I'm planning to have that weekend off entirely. So, and then the other thing that I like to do when it comes to just planning ahead is just making sure that I have all of the meetings that I need to have scheduled on my calendar, my Google Calendar. So I was kind of going back and forth with my emails, just double checking some of the changes that we're gonna have with, well, here's a big one. I have a plumber coming on Monday, so some of the meetings that I was planning to have on Monday, I needed to get switched around because I think the plumber is going to make a lot of noise and it's going to be hard to have a meeting. So I might actually work off site that day as well. As far as some of the other days, I usually try to have my heavy client day focused on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So on those days, I know that I'm going to be buckled down focusing on client work. I try to set aside Wednesdays for CEO days, and then I try to weave in some times when I can do YouTube recording. But really when it comes to YouTube, I kind of have to just weave that into my schedule. Even as much as I can plan, okay, on this day, I'm going to be recording some videos. Sometimes clients come with questions or concerns, or I need to kind of get into some work with them. So, that's not always ideal, but that's just kind of how the cards play out. And of course, I always want to make sure that my clients are happy because that's really what pays my bills. So that's kind of how I have to be super flexible when it comes to things, when it comes to recording YouTube videos. And that's how sometimes we can't publish on, certain Mondays because I might have been stuck with client work. Or even, for example, I did our quarterly business retreat back in March, end of March, early April, and we're just going to post those videos in June. So things like that happen, and we have to just be flexible and go with the flow when it comes to that. But I am excited about those videos videos coming out to you guys. I decided to make them into 3 videos, so they will be the next 3 videos, and I'm really looking forward to your feedback and your questions on those. And then we also have a quarterly kind of like planning time coming up at the end of June. So that's pretty much all that's going on over here at Accounting by Edrina. And then when it comes to like just finalizing my calendar, I just like to color code things because it helps me like absorb the information better. I like seeing this calendar at a bird's eye view, especially when I'm in meetings. It's just such a quick and easy reference guide. All right, friends, well, I hope you have enjoyed this video and I hope that you find this helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or what you would do differently. And I'll see you guys in the next video.